crafty ones. So today I am doing my second page in my one little word journal, and this week's focus was progress. So last week's was intentions. If you haven't watched that video, I'll link it down below, along with the blog post where I talk more about how I'm. Where are my words? How I'm approaching this one little word project, since I'm not doing the workshop, which I mentioned before. So my approach may be a little different. Anyway, so I will have, oh my gosh, I can't talk. I'm so sorry. I will have a blog post accompanying this as well, so be sure to check that out. I'm going to link it down below. So I did something a little different this time. Usually I don't sketch for my process videos, but I do want to get back into sketching. If you don't know, my major is art education, so I do love drawing. I've gotten a little rusty since I haven't done it in so long. So I'm hoping if I start incorporating it with my regular crafting and things like that, that I'll improve. And yeah, so the reason I wanted to incorporate it this time is because I'm drawing the teaching academy at UCF, which is where the majority of my classes have been since I started at UCF. And I wanted to focus on that because I just started my last semester at UCF. So it kind of ties in with my word begin. I talked about in my last blog post that a lot of things are ending this year for me. So one of those things would be is UCF. So I'm beginning my last semester. Anyways, so I'm just doing a quick sketch with a mechanical pencil, and I do go over it with some Faber-Castell pens. The pens are India ink based if you haven't ever used them. They're really smooth, and it's a slight ghosting on the paper, no bleed through, so I was really happy about that. And that is Professor grunting in the background. Please excuse him. Sorry, my hair got in the way. So how is your one little word projects going for you? I'm still figuring out how this is going to work. I had a little struggle at first trying to decide what I wanted to do for this page, but I didn't want to not do it because I didn't know what to do, if that makes sense. And I'm happy this kind of just popped up into my head. I really do love the Teaching Academy building. I think it's absolutely beautiful. There's a picture in my blog post that you can go look at, so you can actually see what it looks like. So I'm actually not taking any classes in this building, so it's kind of like a reminiscent piece as well, since I'm only doing internships this semester. If you notice, I have like that little graph thing in the back. It's a pencil board that I got from Amazon. So it's the perfect size of a traveler's notebook. I absolutely love it. It was like $4 or $6, I think, somewhere around there. But I think if you just search like pencil board, I don't know. I'll link it in my blog so you can check it out. That's Professor shaking around. I'm sorry, guys. Usually he just lays here whenever I do these. So I'm kind of just like scribbling some trees. But yeah, this process was fun. I was going to actually go, after this, I was going to do some watercolors, but then I decided against it. I liked just the black ink. I liked how simple it was, and then you'll see what else I do, so I'll explain why I decided to keep it so basic. I'm trying to focus more on the process in this journal rather than the outcome. So it's a bit different. So it's more of like an art journal for me, if you've noticed. than like a scrapbook or something. The birds are going crazy. If you can hear them, I do apologize. And then I just used some quick cross-hatching here on the buildings. And then off camera, I do erase my pencil marks. I do it off camera because I wanted to let that sit for a little bit while it dries, so that it didn't smudge or anything. And then I'm going through my ephemera to figure out what to do next. Alright, so I am back, and I pulled out these phrase things from Studio Calico October Documenter Kit, and I got super excited because I found the perfect quote. I can't really read it. It says, "Start for progress, not perfection," or something like that. I don't know. You'll see pictures, so you can see what they all say. So I kind of just clip out random quotes, not random, but quotes that, sort of go with what I was trying to say in this sketch, and then my little journaling that I do at the end. So it becomes sort of like a brain dump of quotes, or like a brain map, with the way I lay it out over top of my sketch. So it was a little different than I usually do, like I said. Alright, so I'm just reading all the quotes. So it's my first time actually like reading the quotes for this thing, and it has some pretty great quotes. I wasn't really crazy about the colors for it because I don't usually use such dark colors, but I do love the gold foil, of course. But the navy blue was a bit of a change for me. I do wish it was a different color, like a brighter color, but that is okay. Alright, so I just use glue stick for these, which ends up being a little messy, but I didn't want my paper to buckle, and I also didn't want to go through using double-sided tape. Double-sided tape has been giving me a bit of trouble. I've been having like trouble peeling off the back, which sounds ridiculous, but whatever. Anyway, so I glue this down, and I wipe my table with a baby wipe because I had glue all over the place because I'm a 2-year-old when it comes to gluing. Alright, and then I go in with the small tip Faber-Castell pen, and I journal a little bit. I really need to practice my writing because once I write on a page, I feel like I ruined it, if we're being honest. But it's too late since I wrote on it. So I just journal about pretty much what I explained to you at the beginning of this video. How I began my last semester at UCF. This was the official week of classes starting, things like that. I just had internship orientation really, and then I start my internship next week, which is exciting. So yeah, so I'm just journaling about that. So next week's is going to be a focus on the action. So I have no idea what I'm going to be doing for it. Usually it just comes up throughout the week that I think of it. So like this one just came up on Thursday. So yeah. And then I felt like it was really empty in that corner, and it was driving me crazy. I just felt like it was unnecessary empty space. And then I did fill it, but then I ended up not liking it, but I kept it there anyways. I was just gonna put the arrow, but it blended in too much. So I get my paper punch for like making like mini tags. It's probably like the biggest paper punch ever, and it makes the smallest little punch. I'm over exaggerating. But you know what I mean? Like, look how big this punch is, and it makes such a small punch. I think it's funny. Anyways, I punch it, and there was like a gray piece that I didn't want on there, so I punched again, and just use like black cardstock type of thing. And then I put the arrow over it, which was on my finger, and I lost it, so I had to get another one. So it kind of blends in. I wanted it to be subtle, and then I wanted the arrow to kind of point to the quote, like the main quote. And I just stick it down there. Not crazy about it, but There it is. All right, I hope you enjoyed this process. Thanks so much for watching, and happy crafting. And make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye!